What's good, y'all? It's your girl Latizi from LatiziJasmine.com, and today we are continuing the vision series. And this video is about working your vision. Now, if you've seen What's Your Vision parts 1 through 4, you'll see that there are defined vision, a defined purpose, ambition, and fulfillment. But working your vision, it goes beyond like, oh, this is my vision, and it's so flowery and pretty, and it looks so good on paper. How are you working it to make it reality? Like, how are you being a good stewardess of your gifts, or steward if you're a guy? How are you being a good steward of your gifts and not letting your vision go to waste? Because a lot of times we get these dreams and ideas and projects that we want to try out, and they stay in here, right? They never make it out here. They never make it out into the world. We don't write it down. We don't pray over it. We don't take steps towards it. We just have it in the back of our minds like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do this. But what are you doing to make it reality? Like, for the longest time, I've been like, oh, I want to be a speaker and I want to be an author and I want to be this and that. But I wasn't doing anything about it. Like, yeah, I was writing on my blog, but I wasn't guest posting. I wasn't pitching myself to be interviewed. I wasn't doing any of these things. I was basically just sitting on it, just sitting, just chilling. And last year I read this great book called Illuminate by Nancy Duarte and Patty Sanchez. And it was basically talking about the power of storytelling. And they take you through the 5 phases of a story, which I forget because I don't have the book at hand. But they used a popular movie franchise, The Lord of the Rings, and they used it to explain the story arc from beginning to end. And the power of storytelling brings your vision to life, because you need people to go on the journey with you. So you say things that convince them that, okay, this is worth investing in. Because it's not just about why should you care? Why should we care? Like, if you have a vision, why should the world care? Why should anybody care? Like, there are all sorts of visions and dreams all over the place. So what makes you special? You have a dream about saving the environment. Okay, great. Like, what does that mean in real terms? Does that mean you're going to join like an eco group? Does that mean you're going to start an eco group? Does that mean you're going to like buy green and recycle all your stuff? Like, what does it really mean? Working your vision is getting down to the nitty gritty and going beyond how beautiful it looks and putting in the blood, sweat, and tears to make it work. Because there's a process of preparation. I mentioned it in one of my earlier videos. There's a process of preparation, which you cannot do overnight. Like, you can't rush through it like, oh, okay, I'm done. You need to put in the time to become good at what you do. You need to build up the skills that make it possible for you to make your vision real. If you want to be a TED speaker, like TED is this like popular stage where you get on stage and you talk for 18 minutes about something related to technology, education, or design. I hope I'm getting that right, And there are a lot of TEDx events all over the world. TEDx is like independently organized from the main TED thingy. But sometimes, if you're lucky, they link to it on their website. If you want to be a TEDx speaker, you don't just get on stage and fumble your way through. You need to write down your talk. You need to practice your talk. You need to be comfortable speaking to an audience. If someone were to give you a mic and be like, you can say whatever you want, but you have to say it in front of 5,000 people, what are you going to do? Are you going to choke? Are you going to be like, I got this? Where will you get the courage for 5,000 if you've never been in front of a video camera? Where will you get the courage for 5,000 if you've never written your talk? Where will you get the courage for 5,000 if you've never prepared? Because like I said in one of my earlier videos, there will be times that you are called upon to speak or to teach or whatever, and you haven't prepared anything, and you have to go with residual knowledge, and you have to go with, like, there is no plan B or Z. You just have to go with, okay, this is what I have in my head, this is what I know, let's get it done. So you can't afford to freeze. You can't afford to be like, oh, well, I don't know everything I need to know, so that means my vision can't come true. No. It means that you can start with what you have and then fill up your knowledge gaps. If you're writing a book and you get to a point where you need to do research, you don't stop writing the book. You pause, you do your research, and You figure out what you need to know. Then you come back and you infuse your research into your book. You continue. You don't say, oh, this is useless. I know nothing about like Greenpeace. I know nothing about green energy. So I'm just going to like, oh, well, that's gone. No. Educate yourself. What will it take to make your vision come to life? What is your vision? Go watch What is Your Vision Part 1. I defined vision. Vision is the blueprint of the fruit you carry, is the blueprint of the greatness within you, is the blueprint of what God has deposited in you. So if you're like, oh, I don't know my vision, have you thought about it? Have you prayed about it? Have you fasted about it? Have you talked to people about it? People you can trust, people who know you, okay, who are positive voices, not the people who are going to be like, oh, well, you can't do that. Why can't you do that? I'm just saying, like, why can't you do it? Whatever it is, no matter how big it looks, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So you want to build a global company. That's great. Write down your business plan. Write down your vision. What's the smallest thing you can do? Maybe it's buying a domain name. Or if you don't have the cash for that, maybe it's starting like a blog on WordPress. You just have WordPress.com at the end instead of yourname.com. It's like yourname.wordpress.com. And you start talking about it. And you start like figuring out the help you need, the team you need, the system, the support system you need. Nobody builds something great overnight. That is a myth. You might see the overnight success, but you haven't seen the decade or more of preparation they have under their belt. Even if it's not up to a decade, even if it's only 6 months, even if it's only 3 months, people prepare for their vision. And the people who make their visions come true are the ones who know it inside and out. They know what they need. They know what they have. They know how to bridge the gap between what they have and what they need. And they know how to work what they got. You got to work what you got to get what you want. Let me say that again. You got to work what you got to get what you want. And nobody's going to deliver it to you in a gold box with like silver foil and this huge golden bowl. You have to work it. It's like a garden. Gardens don't just spring up like that. Beautiful gardens are the result of hard work. And it can be tedious work, like planting seeds and watering them day after day and pulling out weeds and doing this and that. But come bloom time, you have all sorts of beautiful flowers and your garden is like, check me out. It's the same way with vision. So whatever your vision is, I'm assuming you've written it down. And if you haven't, like after you watch this video, write it down. Ask yourself, if I could do anything, what would I do? What feels true in my spirit? What do I feel God has placed in my heart to do? When you get that down, it's not like, okay, what's the next thing I can do? Keep praying over it. But faith without works is dead. So you can't just pray about it and then sit back and be like, yeah, chilling, prayed about it, it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen, but you need to put in the work. All right? You need to put in the work. You need to work your vision. Coincidentally, or whichever way you want to think about it, I have a blog post called Work Your Vision on my blog, ottjasmine.com. That's OTITI Jasmine, JASMINE.com. So you can go on my blog and I have some stuff on there about vision and dreams and just working it, being bold, being strong, being inspired, standing your ground, stepping your game up, like finishing strong, all these things. You must put in the time and the effort to make your dream real. Otherwise, it will remain a dream. It will remain a beautiful, half-formed dream that never went anywhere because you never did anything with it. And it might take you a while to achieve your vision. It might take a couple of years. It might take 10 years. It might take 20 years. Are you willing to put in the time to see your vision become real? Like right now, I have a vision I'm working with. It's about 2 pages in my notebook. I've tabbed the page, And whenever I'm like, why am I here? I think of those pages and I'm like, okay, these are the things I'm working towards. And I am perfectly aware that it might take a lot longer than I think. And it might take a lot shorter than I think, but I have to be prepared, because sometimes opportunities come and you jump on them because you are prepared. But if you're not prepared, those opportunities will pass you by. And yes, if it's for you, it will circle back again, but why wait for it to circle back? Like, why don't you jump on it the first time it comes around? So work your vision, prepare yourself, write it down, make it plain, figure out what you need, talk to people already doing what you do. Check out their websites, check out their blogs. If they have resource pages, like crawl those pages, check out the resources, check out the books, the podcasts, the vlogs, like check it all out and figure out, okay, I may not have the money to hire a coach, but I have the money to buy their book, and I can listen to their podcast, and I can watch their YouTube channel. It's like, familiarize yourself with the niche you intend to dominate. Like, see, what are people doing? What do people think? Like, what works? What doesn't work? Then you can run small experiments. And when you find out what does work, you can scale from there. So that's how you go from having a YouTube channel to having a podcast, to having a radio show, to having a TV show, to having a media empire, step by step by step, if that's what your vision is. So, work your vision, my lovelies. You can grow a garden, a beautiful garden that will be the representation of everything you dream of. And how do you grow a garden? You till the soil, you plant the seeds, you water them, you nurture them, you take out the weeds, you watch over what you're doing. And at bloom time, at bloom time, when your flowers are like, check me out, you will have the results of your labor. You will have the fruit of your efforts. So this is Work Your Vision. It's part of the Vision series. I probably have more to say, so keep your eyes tuned to this channel. Please subscribe, share the video, like the video, comment if you have any comments, ask me questions that I can answer in upcoming videos. Thank you for watching. God bless, and I'll see you soon.